this is President Ball calling from the Republic of Molossia.
Hey, it's nice to talk to you.
Good to talk to you too.
This was the most exciting part of my day because I did not expect you to respond to my email.
Okay, well,
Because
I try to answer all emails that come my way. My name is President Kevin Baugh. I am the president, founder, ruler, dictator of the Republic of Molossia.
So you do classify yourself a dictator?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I'm a benevolent dictator.
So yeah,
and the question always comes up with whether we should have elections or something along that line. But honestly, nobody else wants this job. It's a lot harder than you think. So there's never been like an attempt to overthrow me and take over.
So my first question was, how do your electoral politics work? But they just don't.
They don't. No. They really don't.
So if somebody wants your job, they just have to come beat you.
I guess so.
They have to challenge you to a
like
duel.
I said, nobody else wants this job. It's tough running your own country.
Yeah, I feel you.
A lot of work goes into it, and most of my citizens are happy to go on and do whatever it is that citizens do, and leave me to run the nation.
I feel you. So yeah, you just if somebody wanted your job, they would have to come and like duel you.
Yeah, basically what they'd have to do is come and just do everything that I do, because I pretty much do everything for the country, from coming up with ideas and things that we're going to be doing with the nation to I don't know, even the infrastructure, even running the website. So they would have to come in and take over all that.
Right. So what do you like? What's a day in the life for you? What do you do?
Primarily, as far as Molossia is concerned, of course, I have a little day job outside, but we don't want to talk about that. That's boring. As far as Molossia is concerned, kind of what I just mentioned is basically coming up with ideas, things that we're going to do with the country, basic housekeeping stuff for the nation, if you will. Answer a lot of emails. And then there's, of course, other things that need to be, done, processed, and so forth like that. Folks that enroll in the Naval Academy or whatever else we've got going on. And that all kind of needs to be handled. And unfortunately, I don't have a secretary. So that would be pretty much me doing all that.
So, yeah, you pretty much like run everything. You do every job.
Yeah, kind of a one-man show. The First Lady, my wife, the First Lady, she's my principal advisor. And if I have some grand idea, I bounce it off her, and she's like, "No, that's dumb. Don't do that." so we don't. That's kind of the end of it. But because she's the common sense side,
right,
if you will. But yeah, pretty much most of the actual events and activities and so forth are Army.
Yeah, you're like the cartoon character who like puts on different hats and works every job.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Every job.
Sounds like a bit of a work cut out for you.
Yeah, because there's a lot that goes into having a country. It's, let's back up a little bit. I mean, you can kind of do as much with the idea of having your own nation as you want to. I mean, you could put as little effort in as you want, like, pick a name, establish a flag, and national anthem, and then pretty much call it done. Or you can, go the direction we do, where we're kind of hyperactive and do all kinds of things all the time.
Right.
And so it really depends on what kind of effort you want to put into it. I guess the less work you put into it, the easier it is. So.
Yeah. So one of the things that you did, because you say you're hyperactive, one of the things you did was wage war with East Germany. What's that about?
Oh, yes. Well, the East German War actually goes back to 1983 when I was stationed with the United States Army in what was then West Germany, before the West and East Germany unified, I think, in 1991. Back then, East Germany was a communist country, and, being with the military, they tended to wake you up in the middle of the night, so you can jump in your tanks and go get ready to repel the communist hordes, and which fortunately they never came. But they did wake me up one too many times, and so I was back then Molossia was called Volstein, and I was prime minister and declared war on the nearest East Bloc country, which was East Germany.
Just the nearest one.
And then I forgot all about it.
So
fast forward, we're only halfway there. So
it's like a
fast
Cold
forward
War.
to about 2009, 2010, something like that. I discovered the old war declaration in the archives, and I thought, well, that's cute. East Germany by then was long gone, or so I thought, until I did a little bit of research and discovered that a tiny piece of East Germany, an island, had been given to East Germany by Fidel Castro of Cuba, a little island off the coast of Cuba. And that island was not addressed when East and West Germany united back in 1991. So it still remains to this day East German territory. And so we are therefore, it's uninhabited, so we are therefore perpetually and forever at war with an uninhabited island off the coast of Cuba. I mean, there's no one there with whom to arrange
just
peace.
No one.
And so the war goes on.
That's kind of that's similar to the U.S.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some of the things that we do here in Molossia, there's a little bit of political satire, and that one sort of pokes fun at the reasons why people go to war.
Right.
And sometimes wars often happen that don't need to take place, or they could have been avoided.
The next question that I have on this list, this elaborate list, what are your main exports?
Well, Molossia has a tourist-based economy. We don't really have much in the way of natural resources, and of course we're a very small country, so not a lot of industry or anything like that either. And so most of the money that we make for our nation's economy is based on tourism, sale of various tourist items when people come visit Molossia, and then there's some items that are for sale through our website online. But I mean, really, having a micronation is definitely not a money-making opportunity. No micronationalist makes money in their micronation.
So
more goes out than comes in ever.
Right. So you just kind of, it's not very profitable, you want to say?
That is quite correct. It is not profitable at all. Basically, whatever we do usually pays for itself. So
Okay.
if we sell tourist items to tourists when they come visit during the tours that we have once a month, excuse me, that basically pays for more tourist items to sell the next tour, and so that kind of thing.
Right. So pretty much just breaking even.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
All
pretty
right.
much.
So let's say somebody wanted to come into your country, because you say it's a tourist-based thing. How does admission into your country work?
We have tours once a month, April through October. They're advertised through the website, usually a few months in advance. And that's pretty much the only time we welcome people to our country. Our country is very small, so it's not like if you were to visit, well, I don't know, the United States, plenty of room for folks to wander around and see all the sights. But in Molossia's case, because we're so small, if you're wandering around, you're basically wandering around our yard. So, I mean, that's what it comes down to. Although, not to say that doesn't happen, and it does. We do have a lot of unplanned visitors that come to Molossia all the time. But yeah, pretty much just once a month, April through October.
Okay, that's interesting. So I think you mentioned, like, when you have your own country, you can make a national anthem or that kind of thing. Do you have a national anthem?
Of course we have a national anthem, but I'm not going to sing it for you, so don't ask.
Is it out there anywhere?
Yeah, absolutely. It's on the website. So if you go to our website, I think there's a tab or something, a link or whatever, that talks about national symbols, and our national anthem is on there. You can hear the music. We have lyrics, and I occasionally sing the lyrics to myself, but I'm not much of a singer, so we're not going to do that today.
I understand. I think I'll probably put that at the end of the episode with the end card.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you just find it when you go to the national symbols, and it's right there.
All right. Thank you. I wanted to hear the national anthem, but I couldn't find it anywhere.
There's a nice, well, I hope it's nice. I made it myself. But there's a nice video that also has our national anthem. We go to our YouTube channel, which is also a link smack in the middle of our main website, webpage. You go to our YouTube channel, and the national anthem is there also with our flag flying or something to that effect.
Okay.
It's nice.
And on that kind of topic, do you have any national holidays?
We have lots and lots of national holidays. Like I said, I spent time in Germany, and one thing you learn in Germany is that there's pretty much a national holiday about once a week. there. I mean, it's pretty impressive how much time off they get. Anyway, so I'm a big fan of lots of holidays, and so we have a lot of homemade holidays because we are our own nation and we have our own culture and so forth like that. In fact, we have some that we've adopted from other countries too. For example, we've got Dia de Muertos, which is coming up here at the end of the month. Halloween is a holiday. Guy Fawkes, that's coming up on the 5th of November. And then we have a few like, let's see, well, obviously Christmas, New Year's. I don't think Christmas is a holiday, but I don't think New Year's is a holiday because we actually celebrate the Chinese New Year instead of the, I guess, Western or Gregorian or whatever New Year as our symbolic New Year, if you will. And then we have quite a few that are related to, like we have Mustachistan Victory Day and East Germany Day. In fact, I think East Germany Day is in November also, and that's the anniversary of the beginning of the East German War, which is ongoing, so it's perpetually, I guess, recognizing that. And in fact, in 2023, that'll be the 40th anniversary of our war. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So anyway, so yes, lots of holidays. A lot of our holidays are based around food because we do like to eat. It's fun, so we do that.
Right. That's a good thing to base a lot of holidays on.
Yes.
So you're at a never-ending conflict with East Germany. Let's say the president's the U.S. president's approval rating is kind of dipping down a little bit, and let's say he needs to go to war, to kind of get that back up. And he was like, I need to go to war with Molossia. What do you do?
Well, that's kind of one-sided. We don't even have airplanes, so I mean, that would be probably the world's shortest war. That's even going to beat that Zanzibar one that happened back in 19 whatever it was. Anyway, they have a lot of things that we don't have because basically our entire armament is, I think, 3 single-shot muskets, and our Navy is composed of kayaks, inflatable kayaks. So we're going to lose any war with the United States.
Hey, don't have that attitude. Don't have a quitter's attitude. I believe in you. I think if Joe Biden tried to wage war, I think you could do something for like a little bit at least.
Yeah, we're gonna probably miss because the muskets aren't that accurate, and then we'll probably surrender and hope for the best. But we're proud of what we got, and well, I mean, we're not in any real danger from the U.S. because we don't have oil or anything, so we're fairly safe.
Oh yeah, no oil. I was watching like a video because I do my research. I do a very minimal amount of research, and I was watching a video and you mentioned you got a letter from Obama.
Yeah, we got a Christmas card from him. That was a couple presidents ago, and but that was really nice. I mean, because we send Christmas cards. We have a Christmas card thing we do every year. Mostly send cards out to our fans of Molossia, but we also send a card to the Nevada governor because Molossia is inside the state of Nevada, and we send one to the president and whoever else I can think of. And we never got anything back from President Trump. We got a Christmas card back from President Obama. That was really nice.
That is very interesting to me.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting too. Usually when you send stuff like that out, when I send stuff like that out, there's no response because if a president responds to us, that could create some sort of like diplomatic thing that they have to deal with now. Here's President Obama talking to President Baugh in an unrecognized nation inside the United States. So usually folks of that stature tend to ignore us. I didn't realize that case, somehow it slipped through. Don't care. It was cool.
I didn't realize that could like become a diplomatic thing, like an unrecognized country.
We have a startup nation inside their nation, and at some point, someone's not going to like that.
Yeah,
eventually. Whoever the secretary was that was answering President Obama's Christmas card list, because it didn't come till like March. I mean, it took a while.
It took a little bit.
Whoever that person was, didn't think twice about it and just sent it off without realizing that there could potentially be some ramifications. But that's all right. We didn't make a big deal out of it. I think we posted it on Facebook and called it good. because it was so late after Christmas that plus it was no longer topical.
Yeah.
But it was cool.
That is so interesting to me. Yeah. I have one more question for you.
Uh-huh.
And I want to make it abundantly clear you can just say no.
Okay.
But can
I'm
you
not singing the national anthem?
No, can you make
Okay.
July 28th National Raz Day?
Probably not. Maybe raspberries, but it'd be too much to explain.
I see.
So, plus, we already have July 30th is already a holiday, and that's President's Day, my birthday.
Ah.
So, we'll have too many holidays in July.
Okay.
So I'm sorry.
Nah, I completely understand, and that's why I made it. That's why I said you can say no.
You could start your own country, and that
I
could
should
be your
do
holiday,
that.
your initial holiday, so your first one anyway.
I should go for that.
You definitely do that, and we encourage it, actually.
I think that's probably the best idea anybody's ever given me.
Yeah, definitely. But at any rate, yeah, you can start your own nation, and we have a meetup of micronations. It's called MicroCon. By the way, there are just dozens and dozens of micronations out there. Most of them don't have territory. Most of them are primarily online. So that makes Molossia unique, that you can come visit our country, as opposed to the ones that don't have territory, obviously. But we have a meetup every couple of years. So in sometime in the summer of 2022, we're going to get together at MicroCon, our micronational meetup in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
We're encouraging visitors as well as obviously fellow micronationalists to come out and learn all about the micronational world. It's a lot of fun. It really is. It's a great meetup and very entertaining and educational.
If I get the chance, I'll definitely be coming. That sounds very fun.
It is a lot of fun, and plus it's Vegas, so you can't go wrong. There's always many things to do there.
There are a lot of things to do in Vegas.
Yes.
So I guess that's the end of the interview. If you have any shout outs or anything.
No, I just thank you for this opportunity. I'm assuming it's like a podcast, I think you said, and so I hope that hope it goes well. And is this like a college-related thing, or?
It's just something I started with my friend. There is nothing behind it. I just thought it would be funny, more or less.
I noticed that there weren't a whole lot of other podcast episodes on your.
We started it.
There that you sent.
we started it like probably this month actually, and
Oh, okay.
Or we didn't start it this month, but we started actually posting this month, and and I was like talking to one of my friends, and they mentioned they like sent me a link of Molossia, and that like molossia.org I think it was, and I was like, that's really funny to me, and then I saw that you had like a contact link, and I was like, I got to do this. And I did not expect a response, but I really do appreciate you coming on.
Oh, no problem. Absolutely. I actually participate in a lot of podcasts. It's very, very normal. I did one last week, through some wacky new meetup site that I don't know anything about, because I'm not really technically, savvy. And that one I actually dressed up for. That was a video one. I don't know, whatever the lingo is, but anyway, but yeah, it's definitely an honor. I wish you very well with your podcasting career, and or whatever the link, whatever however you want to phrase that, and thank you very much for having me on your podcast.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Absolutely. You
Take
have
care.
a great one. Thank you.
You too.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. What a guy.